little bit of that. That was up in them mountains, man. When you read in that book, which the elders brought it out, but when you read in them, they had lights during that so-called Holocaust. They all died of typhus. But you can do you can YouTube. I think it's Judea declares war against Germany, and what did Hitler do to the Jews? I mean, what did the Jews do to the Germans? What did the Jews do to the Germans? And Judea declares war against Germany. You can YouTube them too and find out that that Holocaust was straight bullshit, so-called Holocaust. Now, you go in, you type that in, lights and rat flu, and
epidemic typhus. That's what it went to. Lights and rat flu.
That's what click on that.
Yeah, that's what I typed in.
Oh.
When I hit it, it went to this. Went to epidemic typhus. So I'm talking
Go
about,
down.
what is it?
Epidemic typhus.
Yeah, it went in this talking about typhus. That's that disease they had.
Let me see that. Google, hit that right there.
What kind of disease? Mass spread.
Yeah. See what come up.
What kind of disease this might spread? It goes into salmonella and hantavirus.
No, that ain't it. That ain't it. Go back out there. Click on, it was dealing with some medical.
Medical corner, bug.
Yeah, click on that. Click on that.
It says ectoparasites are the external parasites that infect all living creatures. Those that infect the mice most commonly include lice and mites.
Right.
Sometimes, even though it is less common, we see in infestations of fleas, flies, ticks. But since the main one to affect our pets are lice and mites.
So that let you know when they was up in the mountains, they had a lot of rats and mice around them. That's where they got that shit from. You see, being nasty. Go ahead. And ticks and fleas and shit.
This article is only about those nasty critters.
Yeah, this article is only about those nasty critters because they go back to how the so-called white man had that shit in the fucking mountains, man.
Right.
When you read that book by Arthur Koestler, the 13th tribe, it tell you, man, that the women that they kept their clothes on them. They wore their drawers and shit till it desecrated on them. Then you had the women eating lights and shit. Now the reason why I'm having the brother read that is to show you how nasty they was. Cause where did they get it from? That shit. Mice and fleas and shit. That's why I had the brother look up lights and rat flu. Go ahead. And what's the name of that site again?
This is called rmca.org. www.rmca.org.
Yeah, and that's when that was in the mountains, man.
Article bugs.
Go ahead.
It says, once your pets are infected by external parasites, it can be difficult to treat them successfully, but it isn't impossible. It is impossible to understand the life cycle of parasites in order to successfully treat your pets and keep those pesky bugs off of it.
Now, the reason that was enough on that. That's all I wanted out of that. But the reason why I had the brother read that is to show you that shit be on them animals, right? And that shit jumped on them goddamn so-called white people when they was in the fucking mountains, man. And then they brought that shit around us, man. You see? Nasty ass motherfucker, man. You ever go in a restaurant, man, and watch them, man, while they family sitting there at the table, man, they fucking kid will fucking be all on the ground, man, probably up under the table eating shit off the ground, man. If you and I know the bus boys who had to clean out them tables, I know they be like, man, god damn, these folks nasty, man. I know they be like that, man. Nasty, man. Just filthy. But go back to Job.
God. Job 30 and 3.
Done.
For want and famine, they were solitary.
For want and famine, they were solitary, pushed in the mountains. Go ahead.
Con, it says, fleeing into the wilderness in former times, desolated and waste.
Desolated and waste, man. They ain't had nothing, man. They ain't had no riches, man. They were broke. But now you see them today, you would never think that they was in that condition. Because the Most High raised them up to punish us and to fulfill prophecy to bring forth the extension part of the Roman Empire. Go ahead.
And it says, verse 4, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat.
Yeah, juniper roots for their meat. They used to eat, if you get look up juniper roots.
Juniper roots?
Yeah. Mellow. That's like herbs and
mellow,
stuff.
yeah.
Like peas.
Salt marshes.
Yeah, something like that. But juniper root is like go Google images. Type in juniper roots. So they can see. This is not for you. Keep on walking.
Let's see here. Google images. Juniper.
Y'all brothers bear with us.
Pull up.
Trying to get it.
Pull up. Yeah, right
there. There you go, right there. That's why I wanted the brothers to Google images. So you could see, man.
Right.
So you could see, man, the bottom part of a tree, man, the rotten part of the tree, man. You see that? That's what they was into. That's what they was eating, man. You see? That's what they was into. It's not for you. Keep on moving. This ain't even for you.
I thought God was wanted to judge that.
This ain't for you. That's what I wanted you brothers to see.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you'll know the condition that they was in. Go back. Where you are you finna go back to Edomites?
Yeah, I got it.
that.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So that's what I wanted you brothers to see what low state they was in. You see? Before they came into power. But you would never think that because of all of the deception that's portrayed in the movies and on the television. These people ain't shit, man. You see, in the average Joe that walk around here and go to these fool schools, they don't truly know history, man. They've been lied to. You see? Right now, they still teach Christopher Columbus discovered America. The hell, that shit, that's some straight bullshit. You see?
Right.
But these people that walk around, they don't question nothing or research nothing. You see?
Because they're taught the ignorance of the world.
All right, get down the street. We don't care nothing about what you got to say. We don't care.
That juniper is a kind of broom plant. That's what it is.
You see?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
This is not for you. Get down the street. We don't care nothing about what you got to say. None of your insight.
God. Job.
Actually, I was going to thank you for standing up on something because I've been.
I don't care what you got to say. Like I said, I don't care.
God.
Get on
Job
down the street.
30 and 4.
God.
Cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat.
Yeah, the bottom of the tree, man. The rotten part. Go ahead.
They were driven forth from among men.
They were driven forth from among men. That's why I was saying during the Dark Ages, during the Holy Roman Empire, we pushed them up in the mountains, man. So they were pushed up in the mountains. You see? So when they come back down, and married into the rulership, and we fell as a nation of people. Now they raised up, and you would never think that they was in that condition. You see, that shows you the power of the Heavenly Father and Son, how He will raise up the lowest of the earth, man, and you won't even think that was in that condition unless you know true history. Go ahead.
He says they were driven forth from a